What if actually nobody wants you to be the hero? What if they just want you to be Hunter?
And that, I think, is something I'm growing in. I do think people love me for me. So am I my own problem?
Typically, yes. Every great leader you admire, no matter how much success they show, has something they're still working through. Today, we're not talking about the version of them you already know. We're talking about the version they don't always show. Thank you so much for being here, Hunter.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. I know that when we were chatting a little bit previously, that sort of you've been in business for, almost a decade, we could say,
yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You're married.
Yes.
You have
one daughter.
Yeah. And so I know that we talked a little bit before, sort of I'm going to call it the tension. Yeah. Maybe we will discover it's more of a challenge, but we're going to go with tension for today. The tension of like business ownership, marriage, parenting, so on. Sort of, I think I often find it can lead us to feel as though if one is great, others are not. Yeah. If others are not, then others are. And we're sort of in this constant battle to figure out what those are. So tell me about that.
The tension's real. It is. I feel like I wake up and it's like, where am I going to fail today? And where am I going to be really good at today? It's never this, I wake up and I know everything's going to be great. A client's going to be mad at me, but my daughter's going to be so happy we went to cheer practice and had the best snacks ever. Or my husband's like, hey, we're wrapping up Q3. I need you to finish those transactions at QuickBooks. And then I don't do them for a week. And then he's mad at me.
Because now it's Q4.
Yeah. Those need to be done for sales tax. And then I'm like, well, I want to do something for me. And I would love to go order something from Wayfair and build a cute table. But then that means everything else is a constant, but it's everything I dreamed of at the same time.
Talk to me about that, because I love the way that you phrase that, like the space between I have everything I've ever dreamed of, and yet it feels like I'm failing.
Yeah.
Something.
Always.
So define for me what you mean by failing. Your definition of failing.
Yeah, I would say someone's not happy with me. I am a people pleaser.
And give me your definition of people pleaser.
It is, I want to come in like the hero. And that's why I'm really good at my job, because I'm a planner and I execute and I make things happen. And everyone's like, how did you do that? I'm great. That's why. But I live with this underlying anxiety and people pleasing of if I know or feel, and it's a problem, but if I feel that someone's not happy or it's not met their expectations or my husband's not happy or my daughter's like, Mom, why did you go do this? And you didn't come to this thing for school. And why didn't you come eat lunch with me? It is this constant, how can I get it all done? How can I make everyone happy? And I'm having to learn that in a lot of ways, I've got to let them. And Mel Robbins, High Queen.
She said it best. She said it best, you know?
And I'm learning to just like, I'm bringing their emotions in on me.
Yeah, it's interesting because I heard you say when you talked about your profession, you said, what makes me great at what I do is my ability to get something done when people don't expect that I can.
Yeah.
But I let people, and I feel like their happiness was not the expectation. Their happiness was the result of you being you.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yes, fair.
But on the flip side, as soon as we walked away from that, then you turn people pleasing into, when it came to other people's emotions, if they were upset and you feel like you could have changed it, then you're going to sort of put yourself on the proverbial chopping block for their benefit.
Right.
But I heard you describe one as, because of who I am, the results are what they are. When someone else is in control of the results, I tend to suffer.
Right. I'm telling you, and the way my mind is constantly in this push and pull, and it's something I'm having to learn and almost just like let God and like let it settle of, I'm not going to please everyone today. And so how do I wake up and rank things and know that, okay, I know Mitchell doesn't have another mom. So how can I constantly make that a plus? But I know if I don't, make my clients happy, our mortgage ain't going to get paid. So how do I? So
do you, in that instance, do you feel like those two things are at odds?
Yeah.
And what is causing them to be at odds? What are they both asking for that there's a limited supply of?
Time.
Time in general or your time?
Both. I would say I can only do certain things for Mitchell as her mom.
Sure.
As a wedding and event planner, I can only do certain things for my client. I can have employees, but it is a very forward-facing.
Right.
I am the brand. And that's what I love. I love being the helper and the doer in both. I love that.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop you real quick. I won't interrupt you too much.
No, you're fine.
But that's earlier. You said, "Oh, I love to be the hero."
Yeah.
But that's not what you just said.
Helper.
You said you like to be the helper. So which one is it?
It's both. it's both because, and some of them, it's like, how did you do that? How did you make that happen? I have a lot of clients that are last minute, call me 4 weeks before. How did you? So that's the hero. And then I have clients on my calendar or stuff I'm planning for Mitchell for a year. I'm just helping them. I'm making, but they are the same emotion. I executed for you. I showed up for you.
Is that what actually happened?
What do you mean?
So you described on one hand, there are moments where you feel like you show up as the hero.
Yeah.
There are some moments where you feel like you show up as the helper. I am curious, and I like alliteration, by the way.
Yeah,
I am curious if the tension of those two things is the space where, we're quadrupling it. Oh, it happens. Beautiful how this happens. I'm wondering if when Hunter shows up as the human, if that's the tension of both of those two things, so that the expectation so that the result of what you're doing is not predicated on the expectation that somebody else carries, but rather because of who you are as a person, there is no alternative result.
Yeah.
So I don't think anyone is expecting you to be the hero. I think because we're maybe more similar than we think. I don't think that we necessarily wake up in the mornings and go, I can't wait to be the hero for somebody else's life today.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's like the conscious thought that we have.
Right.
I do think that there's often a conscious thought to say, where am I going to have the greatest capacity to be a helper today?
Yeah.
I think that's probably true.
Yeah.
And we could replace helper with, we could talk about service. We could talk about, there's a bunch of words we could use. Right. So one of those to me says is a much closer attribute to who you are by nature.
Yeah.
One of those is the thing that we hope will make us feel good when we feel bad.
Yeah.
The human maybe has both.
Yeah.
What if Hunter could have both? And what if actually nobody wants you to be the hero? What if they just want you to be Hunter?
Yeah. And that I think is something I'm growing in, because I do think people love me for me.
Sure.
Like, and I'm not to be like, but I am like, I love people. All the things that I just said I love to do. So people are expecting me. So am I my own problem?
Typically, yes.
Yeah.
In my findings for the last decade with all of us, usually our answer, I always joke, like, I think like Taylor was right, it's me. Hi.
I am.
It's like typically like it is. So let's go down that trail then.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, if most often we are the problem.
Yeah.
What is the problem?
Oh, I can list.
And let's not use the word people pleasing.
Okay.
Because I think that oftentimes we use a phrase like people pleasing that has a negative connotation that protects us and a positive connotation that says, at least my intentions were good.
Yeah.
And I don't think it forces us to like reconcile either let's be a servant who is willing to do what's necessary always.
Yeah.
Or let's all together define it something different so that we're not. Yeah. One side of the coin is it's a terrible thing that protects me, so you can't tell me I'm bad because I already said I was, and a good thing that says like, but it's also, but it was good intention, so like you should not worry about it.
Yeah.
So what is for your words, not mine. What is the A problem that you look at and go, if there was something that I could twinkle my nose and say,
yeah,
this is a thing that I would love to see consistently grown and reconciled, what would that be?
I would say on a surface level, this is it. It's so hard because it's what my job is and what people think I'm really good at, but I fail at, which it would be communication. And I would say it's the most basic, responding to a text, communicating on emails, making sure I get things done, not even get things done, but the lack of communication because I'm so here. Like, I love this. You get in front of me, I will talk your head off. I love this.
Forget everything else that I was on my way to go do.
Yes.
I found myself doing
We're
this.
here.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But it's the probably 200 unread text messages in my phone, and I have them unread because I know I saw it and I need to respond, but I haven't. And the emails I know, and so is it just an admin problem? Is that, like, again, am I the problem in that? And I know I need to get it done, but then it's like, and so then I start feeling bad.
Sure.
That
now you've let people down. Now you feel guilty. Now you can't get it right no matter what.
Yeah.
Forget it. I'll just do it tomorrow. It doesn't matter. I've already waited 2 days. It's not going to matter. I'd rather just.
And then, in a week, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Sorry for the delay. I gotta.
Yeah. Hence my email this morning at 8:45, But then I was like, oh my gosh, I know I have to at least get it done before I show up, And so.
So two things. Let's go reverse order.
Yeah.
And let's use my email as an example.
Okay.
Let's say you don't respond.
Yeah.
Then what?
I walk in, I'm like, oh my God, they probably think I'm like the worst. Like, God, they've asked me to be on the show and I haven't even done what they've asked. And so then I automatically make myself feel.
Okay. So you made yourself the enemy.
Yeah.
Assuming that I was going to. Because
that is the way my brain works. Like,
so I like to play this game. So I'm going to start sentences. You finish them.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Okay. This feels like English class, seventh grade.
Except this, there's no rules.
Okay.
It's just your words.
Okay.
I just want to be the prompt and let you take it where it goes. Okay. We're gonna like pull the thread. We're gonna pull the thread on the sweater and see what kind of fabric we have. That's basically what we're doing here. Okay.
Okay. Deal.
Okay. It's easier to make myself the enemy so that they.
Say it again.
It's easier to make myself the enemy so that they
are mad at me.
If I get mad at me first, then they
will think that, like, we're on the same page.
To be on the same page when it comes to what other people think about me. It's always safest to
assume the worst.
What percentage of the time with people that matter do you find that they by default assume the worst in you?
I am a crier. So
great. Welcome to the club.
Hi, it's me.
Welcome to the club.
I am very emotional and love people so much. And so I have a standard for people that I love to meet. And when they don't, I want to push them to be the best. Prime example, my husband, go to rehab, struggled with addiction. So many people that I love, like, but that my love, harshness comes out as mean, comes out as, gosh, she has like no grace in her. I just want you to be the best you can. So I have this feeling that people think I'm hard when I'm not. So then I sometimes mask it with my true personality in the sense of I'm happy, I'm good, I'm great, if this, makes any sense.
So for you to, when you feel when you feel I'm going to say the pull, the calling, the prompting to love someone such that you will say the thing that others may not.
Yeah.
There are times in which that is perceived as being harsh and critical and lacking grace. So to make up for the perception that someone may get their feelings hurt, it's easier for you to only have one feeling, which is I'm fine and happy.
Yeah.
Lest I say something I really mean and then you get mad about it.
Yeah.
And in that scenario, the first thing that comes to my mind is like, so where does Hunter get to be a human?
Yeah.
Because she's really good at making space for everybody else to live their best life.
And I would say that is the current journey that I have been living the past year of having to truly, and I'm going to say it, let them. Yeah. I'm going to today be the best mom, best boss, best wife, and I'm going to work out because that's what gives me the most. I've lost 40 pounds. I'm doing fitness competitions, and it's like that is what drives me. And so everything else is just going to have to wait.
I want to ask you, what does it feel like if I say, instead of saying the word best, I want you to say everything you just said. You said mom, wife, business owner, friend. I want you to say all those again, but I want you to say it with the word truest and not best. And I just want to see what it feels like to you.
So my truest mom. You want me to say that?
Every day I want to be the truest mom, the truest wife.
Yeah. I want to be the truest mom, truest wife, truest best business owner, and the truest friend and self.
And the truest version of Hunter is not going to be the best version for somebody else's expectation.
That's good.
And I am, listen, I am 100% on team, high excellence, high expectations, work really hard, do a great job. Like I am not attempting to replace the word best with truest in an attempt to give us an excuse or a scapegoat to have low quality.
Yeah.
But I think best is a lie.
Yeah.
I think it sets us up for failure every day.
Yeah.
Because every day, I know you said your daughter's name. I'm not going to repeat it yet because I don't know if you want her name to be on the podcast.
Oh, it's fine.
Okay.
Mitchell. Yeah.
Okay. I can guarantee you every single day, regardless of the circumstance, to Mitchell.
Yeah.
In her mind, you are the best mom. No matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what. No matter what snack. No matter what practice. No matter what. And I have an almost 10-year-old son and a 7-year-old daughter. And I know their attitude doesn't always reflect that I might be the best parent. I understand that. Yeah. However, like my son got a watch. Just like it's called a Cosmo, just so he can text us.
Yeah, we have one. Yeah, the Garmin.
Yeah. And for some reason this week, whenever he has to take it off at school, when he gets to school off the bus, he has a group text with me and my wife. And he just says, I love you guys. Have a good day. And that's unprompted.
Yeah.
I didn't text first. He's a 10-year-old boy. So I know I'm not always going to get it right.
Yeah.
And the last few years of our life has been really hard. And he thinks I'm the best dad in the entire world. And if there's ever been a season that I have just been the truest to me,
yeah,
I've worked really hard for it to be that. But I think the part 2, phase 2, Mel, if you hear this, This is free. You can have this. Okay. I really hope Mel Robbins writes a second book called Let You.
Yeah.
Because I think step one in our journey is to let them. But if I could encourage you in any way, it would be to spend the next 12 months letting you.
Yeah.
That we tend to be really good at giving other people the opportunity to just let them so it doesn't affect us.
Yeah.
But sometimes that still keeps us exactly where we were, just with less drama.
Right.
But where in your life can you let you?
Yeah.
Where in your life? And you mentioned working out has been a part of that, right? Yeah. Fitness has been a part of that. Sure. And that takes time. And if we go do that, then I can't do this. And so there's a whole other journey that goes around taking time for ourselves. I'm with you on that. What would the next 12 months look like if with every ounce that you gave to let them, you gave to let you?
Yeah. I'd be on a beach somewhere. That's for sure. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know, I would say I've been in a very small amount of time doing that. My husband was, an alcoholic, and we were separated, and I had my daughter. She was 3 months old, and, I had to kick him out of the house, and we were separated for 15 months. And I would say I had to focus on everything else but me. And thankfully, he's been sober. He's been sober 7.5 years. And I will say there has been stages of recovery, not only that he was recovering, but that I was, because that's trauma. Sure. And so I would say I'm a few steps in on recovery in a different way than him. Sure. And I would say his sobriety and daily saying no to something that he craves chemically, just because, whatever it might be, has really challenged me to say, if he can do that, I can do the hard thing too, whatever my hard thing is. Sure. And I would say, so in a way of let them, the constant push and pull, I am slowly carving out this window of, no, for me, this is what I need. Do I need to go to the foot spa today? Yeah. Do I need to shut my computer off? Yeah. And in the same breath, it's what we started with of, okay, is something going to fail then? But I'm having to be okay with it's for me now. It's a lot of words for.
No, I listen. It's a podcast. That's good. Words are good. It'd be weird if it wasn't. This is going to sound like a really, really open and broad question, and it's that way on purpose. Yeah. So it's not. I tell you that to say it's not leading in any way. You go. I just want you to say what comes to mind. Yeah. What do you want?
Such a good question. I mean, which avenue do we want to go down?
Yes. What do you want? I'm not asking you to pick a category.
Right.
I'm asking you to pick you.
Yeah. I don't even know. I would say what I want is in 20 years, me and my husband would still be married. And my daughter come home for the holidays. That's what my heart craves. Is that now? No, but it's what I have to do right now, daily, to ensure that long-term goal happens. That's that is the ultimate for me.
Because if in 20 years, how old is Mitchell?
8.
Okay. Let's go 10 years.
Okay. 18. Okay.
10 to 12 years. Enough time that they could have left and we'll have to choose to come back. Okay. That's the time frame I like to live in. 20 years feels like, look, I could be dead. Okay. So let's live in 10 to 12 years.
Yep.
Mitchell is whatever it is she's doing. What feels, describe to me what that Christmas feels like when she's 20 And whatever she was off traveling the world or studying abroad or whatever it was that she chose that Alan, that you and Alan are married and you had your morning coffee and then actually by then it's probably just like an app.
Right. It's like,
the door opens. Here comes Mitchell for the Christmas break.
Yeah.
Describe to me that feeling.
Yeah.
While you're like getting up off the couch with your coffee to go give Mitchell a hug.
I feel like it's like I've done my job, that she's coming home and that she loves us enough to still choose us. Because at that point, she's choosing us. Regardless if I'm paying her bills or not, she could go on a ski trip with friends. She doesn't have to come home anymore, you know? But to know that she's still choosing to come be with her parents. And I hope that I feel like I've done enough to raise her well enough to come in those doors happy, loving God, and excited to be with us as much as I'm excited to be with her.
I don't remember who this was. It was at some point an older mentor of mine that at some point in my life, but I remember he said this phrase to me, and when you were talking, it made me think of this. He said, I want to encourage you. He was probably 65 at the time when I was with him. He said, I want to encourage you with something. And what you were saying just now made me think of this. He said, if there was a phrase, a motto, or something I could give you to think about for the next, 20 years of your life, Rocky, he said it would be if, not because. And of course I was like, if not because, not because. How many? Could you use it in the sentence? Back to you, I was like, I feel like I'm back in math. I don't think I did it right.
Wait.
And he said, because I said something similar about kids and family and something.
Yeah.
And he said, I believe there is an exceedingly higher chance that moment you described occurs if you wake up daily, choose yourself, do what you know is necessary each day, not because you said you were supposed to.
Yeah. So good.
And I think I both love that and long for that, and then also want to punch him in the face for saying that. Because I think what it does is it sort of puts this, I feel like a very beautiful, something that doesn't always feel that way, but like a very beautiful onus and responsibility back on me.
Yeah.
Such that I have to make the conscious choice daily that am I actually loving you by only ever choosing you?
Yeah.
And I don't find the answer is very often yes.
Yeah.
However, I find in my own life much more often that if I am willing to choose myself, not in an arrogant, ego, selfish way, in a way that is human, that it necessitates what's required for me to be alive and full of life and my cup full, and we can go whatever metaphor we want to use.
Right.
If I don't do that, then I have nothing for you. You're just getting the vapor all the time. Right? You're just getting the bottom of the barrel every day because the barrel's empty every day. And under the guise of, I'm just doing the best. I'm burning the candle at both ends.
Right.
Doing what I can. I don't want to live my life doing what I can.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I love the question, what do you want?
Yeah.
Because I don't always have a good answer for that. However, the more I allow myself to think about it, typically, the more I find myself choosing me.
Yeah.
Which gives me the ability to choose the people that I love.
Yeah. I would say my parents did a really good job, come from divorce and lots of things, but they've always chosen their marriage first through so much. All the things that they've gone through, they still vacation spring and fall. I know I'm not going to see them Labor Day or Memorial Day, and 4th of July is their holiday. I know that, and that's what their marriage needs. And it's something I would say I even take into my marriage now of, no, date night is this coming Sunday. Mitchell this morning was like, well, you are going to date night? I want to go too. I was like,
sorry.
No, I like, if you want mom and dad to be good,
that's right.
the rest of the week, we need this, you know? And so, I think there's so many different ways to choose you or to get your cup full. And that is one way we have.
If there was one thing about you that you wished people knew or recognized more often, but you feel like gets missed, what would that be?
Gosh. What would that be? I would say so many people don't realize how close to heart I take their words. And I think that goes back into the like happy, and I am, and I love life.
Sure.
But how much their words, not even, I wouldn't say affect me. I don't sit in bed and like cry over your words, you know, but
they're rolling around in there.
Yeah. Like I'm playing that conversation next week in my head, you know? And I think people think, I was like, oh, she's fine. That's great. You know? So.
If there was one place that you know that you could land, that you didn't have to be fine, where is that place?
I want to say my mom. I want to say my husband.
You can say both.
And I would say both, you know, depending on, you know, what it is.
Sure.
If it's work, parenting, family, you know, I would say, you know, and then I would say my best friend in the sense of, let me just call her and like,
let it out.
Let her hear every word I'm thinking, you know? So there's a few. I got a circle.
Yeah. That's really rare.
Yeah.
I think that's a really rare thing.
Yeah. And I'm thankful. You know, my OGs, you know.
Yeah. So in the next 6 to 12 months, if you continue on your journey of not only letting them, but most importantly, letting you.
Yeah.
Where do you hope to find yourself in 6 months? What will be the markers, the litmus test? What will be the things that you go, man, I'm doing it?
Yeah. I would say hard conversations, like just owning them, the confidence to have them, and also the confidence to walk away from them. To know that like, I'm not going to sit and think about this for a week. And I'm not going to send a follow-up that's like a nicer email or a nicer text after the, just to know, okay, like I did that. I stand on that.
Yeah. I love that you said that not just to have the hard conversation, but then you said like to have the confidence to like let it be.
Yeah.
I am a firm believer that confidence is defined simply as something being the belief that something is good.
Yeah.
Confidence, I don't think has anything to do with the result. I would call that certainty. Yeah. And I think they're very different things.
Yeah. Certainty
doesn't require belief. Certainty doesn't require faith.
Yeah.
Certainty just is.
Yeah.
Confidence, though, the word belief, I have in my own definition, that confidence is the belief that something is good.
Yeah.
Which, if belief is present, doubt must be present. They don't exist without each other in my world.
Yeah.
But I love that you said that you will know that you are choosing you, that you are letting you, when not only are you having the difficult, hard, whatever descriptor we want to use.
Right.
I'm just going to choose to say human.
Okay.
Because I think it's actually the truest you.
Okay.
The more human conversations you are having, and the more confidence or the greater belief that you have that those conversations are good, will be an indicator that Hunter has consistently chosen herself.
Yeah. Definitely. And like it, to me, in talking about confidence and belief, because I've gotten this far, I know that in 6 months I will be there. Because confidence is belief. I just truly, like, everything is going to be okay. I really stand by that statement. Like all of the hell and drama and everything that, and I'm still here. Like, I know that everything is going to be okay, but I want to move forward with this confidence of in 6 months, this is a marker. This is this is a day in the marking of that journey. And to be able to look back when it comes up in a year on whatever app it is that shows me a year ago we were here, I can look at that and be like, wow, I'm different. I'm better. That's the goal.
I'm truer.
Truest.
Yeah. Yeah. The space to allow ourselves to accept that who I am today is good. And the belief that the activity and the work that I put in will allow me to continue on the journey of becoming.
Yeah.
I often find we get stuck because we tell the story over and over again about who we used to be. And we rarely feel the confidence to tell the story about who we are becoming.
Yeah.
But today, I heard a little bit about who you used to be. I heard way more, though, about who you were becoming.
Yeah.
And I think to daily show up in whatever way makes the most sense to you, to allow yourself to be the truest you, is almost synonymous with the ability to show up and tell the story of who you're becoming.
Yeah. And that's the goal, you know? The goal is to not, I love where we were and sometimes hate where we were.
Sure.
But I know that shaped me to today.
Sure.
And just today is going to shape me, and I'm going to look back on that. And it truly is just this growing, and I would say like adulting that a lot of people don't talk about.
Yeah.
Like the daily life of being an adult.
Yeah, we like to talk about like the big markers and like I finally got this thing or did this thing or paid off this thing or whatever, bought this thing, whatever it is. Like nobody talks about like you have to wake up again on Wednesday.
And like, I can't like just go to the lake with my friends.
Because I want to.
Like that's not happening
I had to
anymore.
go to work. I had to show up to the meeting.
Right. Yeah. Like when a friend's birthday party is on the same day you've had an event booked for a year and a half, I still have to go. Like no one really talks about that, you know, but I think I'm learning, I would say truly just to be an adult. Like, yes, I'm 32 and yes, I had a kid at 23 and yes, my husband's got all of these things, but it just genuinely is refining that. Like I'm my mom's age when 9/11 happened. And I thought she was so old. And now thinking about it, they went through a world life-changing moment and she was responsible and she was the one I was looking up to. And so that is something I'm like, wow, I'll give her so much grace now. I'm definitely on a tangent right now. But
No, I don't think you're on a tangent. I think that you're describing, again, I'm maybe I'm stuck on this word today, but I agree with you. I'm going to go to your word and I'll come back to mine. I agree with you that we've lost the art and the ability to talk about what it means to be an adult.
Yeah.
Because we have an immense amount of, and I'm not trying to shit on social media. I'm on it every platform 5 days a week. Yeah. So let's be clear about that. However, I think because we tend to show the best parts.
Yes.
The real parts are no longer attractive.
Yeah.
I'll tie this back together. I promise.
I love.
But I was interesting. I had a conversation with an Uber driver last week. I was traveling and was speaking. I got back at the speaking event. I got in the Uber to go back and got in the car. And he said, you headed home or headed to work? The same conversation every Uber I'm ever in. And I was like, I'm actually headed home. He's like, when'd you get here? And I was like, 14 hours ago. He was like, what? And I was like, I literally flew in last night at 11. I spoke this morning. I'm going back home. Like I'm ready to go home.
Yeah.
And what do you do? I was like, I'm a speaker and a coach, and I was just speaking at this event. He was like, oh, wow. He was like, so like, are you like, would you consider yourself an influencer? And I hesitated to respond. And then I realized like, I'm going to end up having this like a deep conversation with the Uber driver. This is not what he asked for. He's just trying to make conversation, but he asked me a question. I can't help myself.
Right.
And I said, no, I don't think that I am. And he said, well, what do you mean? And I said, I don't think that I'm an influencer because I don't think that real life is sexy. And I don't think that currently the platforms that I have, at least, or maybe my capacity to make content, I don't know, some version of all that. I've been on Instagram since it was invented.
Mm-hmm.
I've been posting daily on social before Gary Vee said it was cool.
Yeah.
And I don't have any freaking followers because I don't think that reality is sexy. I don't think that your word, being an adult, I told you I was going to tie it together.
Yeah.
I don't think that being an adult is sexy. I don't think it's talked about because it's not fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to go a step further and be a little more dramatic. I don't think that currently talking about what's required to be a human is sexy because it's daily and it's not highlights and it's not the end of a quarter and it's not on a P&L and it's not at a business exit and it's not on how much revenue we generated and it's not that we made it to the 10-year anniversary party and that's not actually what being a human is. Those might be milestones or mile markers of our human journey that allow us to reflect back and go, I freaking did it. I'm still alive. Sure.
Right.
But being a human isn't sexy. It's really hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we have found the ability to look to everybody else's life, either their highlight or their humor. Shout out TikTok. As a distraction from what's required to live our life.
Right.
And so I say that because one, I appreciate your candor about the journey you're on of what it takes to be a human. And I love that your marker for success 6 months from now will be the fact that you allowed yourself to be more human.
Yeah.
And nobody else is probably going to see it. And we're probably not going to be able to measure it. Mm-hmm. And I don't know that we're going to be able to put it on Instagram.
Yeah.
But your life will be so much better.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's my encouragement to you.
Thank you.
That it may not be sexy and it may not be influential to people who we don't know, but it will dramatically change the life of the people that we do.
Yeah. That's what matters.
I agree.
Yeah.
Have the hard conversation. Have the human conversation. Trust that it's good. Have the belief that it's good and that you're only responsible for the thing that you feel called and to dialogue about, to push into.
Yeah. It's good.
If not because.
That's it.
It's not because. Yeah. I so appreciate you.
Thank
you so much for being on the show with us.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
And if you are thinking through any of the things that we talked about today, what it's like to be human, the fact that social media is stupid and it doesn't do the things and only shows the parts we want, or you are a leader thinking about life and business and marriage and so on, I would love to invite you to join us for our leadership workshop this month. And so you can do that at rockygarza.com/confidence. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for listening to this week's podcast. Don't forget to join us this month for our leadership training. You can register you and your team at rockygarza.com/confidence.